Come closer and sit with me for a moment, because what I am about to tell you is not written in the morning papers, and you will not hear it in the casual conversations of the streets. The sky above us is shifting gears, and for someone with your depth, my dear Scorpio, this is not just another weekend on the calendar. We are looking specifically at the 23rd and 24th of November, and the air is heavy with a specific kind of electricity that I know you can feel in your bones. You have always been the one to sense the storm before the rain falls, and right now the universe is orchestrating a sequence of events that feels like a lock clicking into place. Prepare yourself, because these 48 hours are not for sleeping. They are for awakening. There is a geometry in the heavens right now that we rarely see, and it is creating a window where success is not just a possibility but a tangible structure waiting for you to inhabit it. Before we go any further into the depth of this cosmic ocean, I want you to make a commitment to yourself and to the universe right now. Go to the comment section below and write these words to seal your intention. I am ready to dismantle the old and build my true empire. This simple act is your first step of confirmation, because words carry power, and we are about to deal with some very powerful energies. You see, most people walk through their days blind to the patterns weaving above their heads. They think luck is random, or that success is just about being in the right place at the right time. But you and I know better. We know that there is an architecture to reality, and right now that architecture is revealing itself specifically for you. For the past month you have been swimming in deep waters with Jupiter in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces, creating a grand water trine that has flooded your spirit with intuition and emotion and dreams. But water alone has no shape. It expands and flows, but it needs a vessel to hold it. That is exactly what is arriving on these 2 days as the moon moves through the solid earth sign of Capricorn. This is the container you have been waiting for. For a Scorpio, this Capricorn energy is the stabilizing force that takes your intense psychic power and gives it a blueprint to build something real in the material world. On November 23rd, we find ourselves in the middle of a 60-hour window of profound activation. The moon in Capricorn is not just passing through, it is forming a precise sextile with Saturn in Pisces. Think of Saturn as the great timekeeper, the master builder who has been retrograding and moving slowly backward, forcing you to review your life and your choices. But now Saturn is slowing down almost to a complete halt, preparing to turn direct. When a planet stops in the sky, its power is concentrated like a laser beam. And because Saturn is currently in a water sign that harmonizes with your Scorpio nature, this pressure is not here to crush you. It is here to crystallize your vision. You have likely felt a sense of urgency lately, a feeling that you cannot wait any longer to make a move. And that is because the cement is about to dry. The decisions you make on this Saturday, November 23rd, are like pouring concrete into the foundation of a skyscraper. If you do not pour it now, the opportunity will pass, and you will be left with only blueprints and no building. This is what the ancients called a success code. It is a moment where the friction between your dreams and your reality disappears, and you are given a clear path to manifest what you have been hiding in the shadows. And I know you, Scorpio, you are always building something in secret. You have plans and ambitions that you do not share with the world because you understand the power of silence. But this weekend, the universe is asking you to bring those structures into the light. This is about structural sovereignty. It is about building a life where you are the owner and the master, not an employee in someone else's crumbling system. Saturn has been dissolving the old institutions since March. and you have seen the cracks in the walls of society. You have seen that the old paths to security are nothing but mist and fog. That confusion you felt was necessary because you cannot build a new temple on ground that is already occupied by ruins. Now the ground is cleared, and the moon in Capricorn is handing you the bricks. But there is fire mixed with this earth and water. On this same day, November 23rd, while you are laying these foundations, your traditional ruler Mars is blazing through Sagittarius. This creates a dynamic tension, a friction that demands movement. Mars is squaring the lunar nodes, and this is a karmic crossroads of the highest order. In astrology, we call this a skipped step. It is a crisis point where the past and the future collide and demand a choice. The South Node in Virgo represents everything you are meant to leave behind: the perfectionism, the endless analysis, the feeling that you are never quite ready. How many times have you stopped yourself from acting because you thought you needed more information or more preparation? That is the trap of the South Node. On the other side, the North Node in Pisces is calling you toward faith and intuition and surrender to a plan bigger than your logic. Mars in Sagittarius stands right in the middle, agitating you, pushing you to take a leap of faith. This is the second great decision of this window. You must act before you have all the data. I know this is hard for you, because you like to control the outcome. You like to know every variable before you strike. But the code of success for this weekend relies on a calculated risk. The Capricorn moon provides the safety net and the strategic plan, but Mars demands that you jump. If you wait for perfect conditions, you will be waiting forever. The universe is not looking for perfection. It is looking for authenticity and for your willingness to move. This square involving Mars is one of the first major tests of the collective spiritual evolution cycle we are in. If you hesitate now out of fear or doubt, you will face this same test again and again, each time with higher stakes. But if you move with courage on this Saturday, you set the tone for the next 18 months. And there is something else happening on November 23rd that is specifically powerful for you, my intense Scorpio. The Sun is forming a sextile with Pluto, your modern ruler, which has just settled into Aquarius. This is a massive shift. Pluto has spent 15 years in Capricorn, transforming the structures of the world, and now in Aquarius, it is rewriting the rules of power and networks and collective evolution. When the Sun connects with Pluto in this harmonious angle, it is empowering you to step into your personal authority in a way that serves the greater good. The old model of success, which was about climbing ladders and accumulating power just for yourself, is dead. The new model is about connection, innovation, and being a node in a larger network. You are being asked to use the discipline of the past to build the freedom of the future. This energy supports you in taking your private intensity and channeling it into something that transforms not just you, but the community around you. You are becoming a conduit for power rather than just a container for it. As we move into Sunday, November 24th, the energy shifts inward and becomes deeply personal for you. This is perhaps the most critical part of the window for a Scorpio, because the cosmic action is happening right in your own sign. Mercury is retrograde, and it is moving backward to meet Venus exactly in the sign of Scorpio. This is not just a casual meeting of planets. It is a collision of the mind and the heart in the deepest and most transformative sector of the zodiac. Mercury retrograde is often feared, but for this weekend it is your greatest ally. It is not exploring new territory, it is excavating. It is digging up every contract, every agreement, and every unspoken promise you have made in the past. And because Venus is involved, this is about value. It is about your self-worth. It is about the price you have put on your time, your energy, and your soul. You are being given a rare opportunity to renegotiate the terms of your existence. Think about the relationships where you give more than you receive. Think about the work that drains you for less than you are worth. Think about the places where you have leaked your power to please others or to keep the peace. On November 24th, the universe hands you the pen to rewrite these contracts. Usually we say do not sign new things during Mercury retrograde, but this is different. This is about re-signing and correcting the errors of the past. Mercury in Scorpio sees what is hidden in the fine print. It sees the imbalances and the lies. And Venus in Scorpio demands that you honor your true value. This is the third life-changing decision you face in this 48-hour window. You must redefine your exchange of value with the world. And here is the secret weapon you have. The moon is still in Capricorn during this conjunction. This provides a container for the acid. Scorpio energy can be reactive and vindictive and overwhelmed by emotion, but the Capricorn moon gives you the cold professional detachment you need to have these difficult conversations without burning the house down. You can assert your worth without manipulation. You can walk away from what does not serve you without creating drama. You can simply state your terms with the authority of someone who knows who they are. This is about sealing the energy leaks in your life. You cannot build an empire if your energy is bleeding out through cracks in your boundaries. This Sunday is the day you find those cracks and seal them with the mortar of self-respect. The timing of all this is impeccable because Saturn is watching. Remember that Saturn in Pisces is virtually motionless in the sky, waiting to turn direct on the 27th. This stationary energy adds a weight and a permanence to everything you do this weekend. It is like signing a contract with the universe in permanent ink. If you do not make these decisions now, if you do not commit to your structure, if you do not take the leap of faith, and if you do not renegotiate your value, the cement will harden around your current reality. You will be locked into the old patterns for another cycle. You will continue to feel that friction and that dissatisfaction of knowing you were meant for more. But if you act, the rewards are structural and long-lasting. The friction between Saturn's demand for order and Pisces' demand for flow is resolved by building structures that flow like a river with strong banks. You are building a vessel for your life's work that you own completely. This is the essence of the sovereignty we spoke of. I want you to feel the magnitude of this moment, my dear. The great water trine that has been active involving Jupiter and Saturn and your own Scorpio energy has been filling you with potential. But potential is just a ghost until it is birthed into reality. The Capricorn moon is the midwife. It takes the liquid intuition of the water element and the driving passion of the fire element from Mars, and combines them with the solid earth to create manifestation. It is the perfect formula. Intuition plus action plus structure equals reality. Most people have one or two of these. The dreamers have the water but no earth to build. The doers have the fire but no water to give it soul. The planners have the earth but no fire to make it move. But this weekend you have access to all three in perfect balance. You have the deep knowing of Scorpio and the trine to Saturn. You have the fiery drive of Mars in Sagittarius pushing you to expand. And you have the Capricorn moon grounding it all. It is a rare alignment, a code that opens a door that has been shut for years. Do not underestimate the power of your own sign in this equation. With Mercury and Venus conjoined in Scorpio on the 24th, you are the detective of the zodiac, uncovering the truth about your own desires. Venus rules not just money, but what we value, and in Scorpio she craves depth and intensity and absolute truth. She is not interested in superficial exchanges. She wants the soul, and Mercury the messenger is moving backward to help her find it. They are whispering to you, asking you to look at where you have sold yourself short. Where have you accepted crumbs when you deserve the banquet? Where have you allowed fear to dictate your price? This is a moment of reclaiming your currency. And when you reclaim your value, the world has no choice but to reflect that back to you. But you must make the internal shift first. You must decide internally that the old prices are no longer valid. As these hours tick by from Saturday into Sunday, you might feel a growing pressure. Do not mistake this for something wrong. That pressure is simply the feeling of expansion pushing against your old limits. It is the feeling of a seed coat breaking open so the sprout can emerge. Saturn loves pressure. It is how diamonds are made. And you, my Scorpio friend, understand transformation better than any other sign. You know that death precedes rebirth. In this case, it is the death of the old limiting structures and the old undervalued self so that the new sovereign builder can be born. The sextile between the Sun and Pluto is your battery pack. It reminds you that your personal transformation is connected to the transformation of the world. When you step into your power, you give permission for others to do the same. You are clearing the path not just for yourself, but for your lineage. Consider the silence of Saturn in Pisces. It has been teaching you about spiritual discipline. It has been asking you if you are ready to handle the weight of your own dreams. Many people ask for success, but they are not ready for the responsibility that comes with it. Saturn asks, have you learned the lesson? Are you ready to carry the load? The moon in Capricorn is your opportunity to answer yes, but you answer not with words but with action, by registering the business, by sending the application, by having the difficult conversation, by setting the boundary. These are the rituals of the new earth. They are not empty gestures. They are signals to the cosmos that you are ready for the next level of gameplay. The square from Mars to the nodes creates a feeling of being pulled in two directions. The past is seductive. It is comfortable even in its discomfort because it is known. The South Node in Virgo offers you 1,000,000 reasons to wait. It tells you that you are not perfect enough yet. It hands you a magnifying glass and tells you to look for flaws. But Mars in Sagittarius screams for freedom. It tells you that the only failure is not trying. It pushes you to embrace the messiness of growth. You must choose the path of the North Node in Pisces, which is the path of trust. You must trust that if you leap, the net will appear. And with the moon in Capricorn, that net is woven from your own strategic planning and your own discipline. It is a calculated leap, but a leap nonetheless. And let us not forget the emotional depth of the Mercury-Venus conjunction in your sign. This is occurring deep in the waters of Scorpio where secrets are kept. You may find that old memories surface during these 48 hours. Old lovers, old friends, old business partners may come to mind or even reappear. This is not for you to go back to them. It is for you to see how far you have traveled. It is for you to close the loop and take your energy back. Every unresolved relationship is a thread of energy tying you to the past. Mercury retrograde allows you to cut those threads or to weave them into a new pattern that honors who you are now. You are calling your spirit back from all the places you left it scattered. You are becoming whole again, so that you can build from a place of integrity. This weekend is a pivot point. Imagine a great ship turning in the ocean. It happens slowly, but the change in trajectory is massive. A few degrees of shift now means a completely different destination in 6 months. If you stay on the current course, you will end up where you have always been. But if you turn the wheel now during this 60-hour window, you set a course for a new continent. The winds of the cosmos are filling your sails. The stability of the earth is under your feet. The fire of action is in your belly, and the water of intuition is guiding your heart. You have all the elements you need. The question is not whether the stars are aligned. They are. The question is whether you will align with them. As the moon moves through the later degrees of Capricorn on Sunday afternoon, it will trigger the points that finalize this energy. The work you do here, the mental and spiritual and physical work of laying these foundations, is what supports you when Saturn goes direct. Once Saturn starts moving forward, the cement hardens. The rules are set. You want to be living inside a structure of your own design, not a cage built by your past fears. You want to be the architect of your destiny. This is why we call Capricorn the architect of reality. It sees the bones of things, and with the moon illuminating this sector of your chart, you have X-ray vision. You can see what needs to be done. Do not distract yourself with trivial things this weekend. Do not waste this energy on petty arguments or mindless entertainment. Focus, concentrate, build. The atmosphere of these days is serious, but it is also deeply satisfying. There is a joy in competence. There is a pleasure in knowing you are taking care of your business. For a Scorpio, there is nothing more attractive than power and control over one's own life. This is what is on the table. The Sun sextile Pluto is a reminder that your intensity is your greatest asset when it is disciplined. Do not hide your light. Do not tone yourself down. The world needs your depth. It needs your ability to see through the lies and to build on the truth. The structures you build now are not just for you. They are for the collective, because Pluto in Aquarius demands that we serve the whole. But you cannot serve from an empty cup. You must fill your own cup first. You must establish your own sovereignty. Listen to the whispers of Mercury in your sign. What is your inner voice telling you about your worth? Is it kind? Is it cruel? Is it repeating the words of a critical parent or a jealous ex? Mercury retrograde is your chance to change that voice. You can reprogram the mind. You can decide that from this day forward, you will speak to yourself with the respect you demand from others. This internal dialogue is the foundation of all external success. If the foundation is cracked, the building will fall. Use this time to repair the cracks. Use the soothing balm of Venus to heal the wounds of the past. You are worthy of the empire you are building. You are worthy of the success that is encoded in the stars. The friction you feel is simply the energy of birth. Do not run from it. Lean into it. Use the Mars energy to push through the resistance. Use the Saturn energy to give form to your efforts. Use the Pluto energy to transform your fear into power. The cosmos has set the table. The feast is prepared. But you must sit down and eat. You must partake of this energy. It is free, but it requires your participation. It requires your yes. Not a passive yes, but an active yes. A yes that is backed by the movement of your hands and the commitment of your heart. I want you to visualize the days ahead not as a test, but as a coronation. You are claiming your crown. The responsibilities of leadership are heavy, but they are also what gives life meaning. Saturn does not punish, he rewards those who do the work. And you, Scorpio, are not afraid of work. You are not afraid of the dark. You are the sign that thrives in the shadows and brings the gold up from the underworld. This weekend is a mining expedition. You are going deep into your own psyche and bringing up the resources you need to build your future. The gold is there, the diamonds are there, but you have to dig. And with Mercury retrograde, you have the perfect shovel. As Sunday evening approaches and the window begins to close, you should feel a sense of completion, a sense that something has shifted permanently. You might be tired because deep work is exhausting, but it will be a good tired. The tired of a builder who looks at what they have made and sees that it is good. The moon will eventually move on into Aquarius, joining Pluto, and shifting the focus to the collective, but the work you do while it is in Capricorn will remain. It will stand the test of time. It will be the rock upon which you stand when the waters of life get rough. So my dear Scorpio, do not let this moment pass you by like a stranger in the night. Greet it, embrace it, use it. The codes of success are active. The geometry is perfect. The only missing variable is you. Step into the pattern. Become the structure. Flow with the water, but build with the earth. This is your time. The stars are singing your song. Are you listening?